to Monday Night Fire Shrike, and maybe like we get like the sort of flashback stuff from the kind of get us caught up. Maybe we get a bit of like the Captain Zai and company on the Ever with Captain Zai talking to Dr. Talat, and maybe we get snippets of the conversation where Dr. Talat is talking about you know um, that he's known about the Greys and worked with the Greys for a while. Is that what? Why do you think I had your friend Slef operate behind your back? With the alterations I had him make to the replicants of Rex Tolak, it sent a very clear and definitive message to our friends here. It opened lines of communications that weren't opened before. And then we get like a little bit of like the conversation about, it's like, I can help you with some material support, maybe a bit of infrastructure sorts of things, some special agents here and there, but I cannot field an army. And you are the king of your own world. You have a bit more ability to do that than I do. And then like we get a bit of like Twinkle, like and maybe we get like a flashback or like a bit of Twinkle and Dr. Byrne like going through the armory, like finding the door to the armory and utilizing their specialized skill sets to get through this technology, this sort of like alien technology, and get into like the archives and start extracting a bit of information to find out that there is a clue that said the clue that there was somebody was looking for something called the Vatalash or the Valatesh, whoever was here before, and there was a specialized spot for it that wasn't filled yet. None of the other technology works at this point because it's so ancient, but it looks like and a lot of it's gone. But this was very definitely an armory, and maybe we get like a few references here and there. We get Xander like getting a data jack put in, and then inserting like a data slot, a data card into the slot. And then we get like a bit of like Vesa and Qualu talking amongst themselves about like Qualu talking about they have been lying about a few things. They're more aware of what's going on than we thought. There is apparently a number of things. Apparently these queens have taken over. They have executed members of the Pact Worlds Council before they were pushed off Absalom Station. Like sort of like some of these reveals about like the Queen of Venom is apparently Vase's likeness in this universe. The Queen of Storms was apparently Ashira's likeness in this timeline. The Queen of Fury was rumored to be Shaba, but there's no word from out of the Tabori cluster from where she was in quite some time. Ashira, the Queen of Storms, used to hold Akaton, but right now, like it's sort of a power struggle between people trying to take control of it. The Pact Worlds really only controls Absalom Station, Bretheta, Leavra, Abalon, Triaxis, and Eox at this point. With Castrovel, a natural disaster. The Diaspora, the rock is gone. The Versi and Aposte and Octurne are controlled by the Dominion of the Black, and Vesa controls Versis, or the queen, not Vesa, but the Queen of Poison, the Queen of Venom, controls Versis. We kind of get like some of this backdrop information, and we also get like the unannihilated and Dr. Telvono and Ashira and Lee, stopping for engine troubles, and we see these massive blobs of black liquid that are just spewing off this, doctrine of hate and destruction and chaos. And we see, one of them at first, in which the Unannihilated and Dr. Telvono take off to fight it. And then we see another one. And we get that moment of Lee asking Ashira if she was the Queen of Storms, and Ashira going, yeah, sure.
Yeah, that went well.
And Lee going,
Dumb
yeah,
and
you can
dumb.
handle this. Yeah, you can handle this. Um, but then we see them both sort of engage here. And we kind of come back to, and we get the big Fire Shrike logo. And we come back in on the scene, just a close-up shot of Xander's face as just tons of information is just dumped into your data slot, your new data slot. And just like, what is the expression on Xander's face as he attempts to assimilate a ridiculous amount of new and alien information that isn't exactly the easiest translation, because this was coded in much more ancient times.
Yeah, it was like confusion and clarity at the same time. If you can make that same visual, like, okay, this lines up with this, kind of seeing little bits and pieces, but still kind of confused because it's ancient language type thing. So it's kind of like halfway through understanding, halfway confused until further development. Yes.
Right on. There's sort of this trying to analyze look. Nice. You get, not all of the data that you're getting is intelligible, but there is enough of it there for you to get like that. Essentially, the Xander line, the keepers of the code, or what was it? How did I word that? Did I word it as the keepers of the code? And it was like the Xander line, the keepers of the code, the cause of the holders of the key, but not the determiners of the end of the key. Loyalty line, defenders of the code. And you get a fragment of code, a fragment of this code. But you also get like you also get some things that don't make a lot of sense. The word disciple, the words disciples, disciples of dissolution, sort of like comes into your head. Write that down here, because it's one of those things that I thought up earlier today and hadn't wrote down, which is why. There we are. That way I remember exactly what I called them. The disciples of dissolution. And there's a lot of, when these words pop into your head, there's a number of images that seem a bit disjointed. There is an image of a number of loyalty line androids. You see them all like armed and marching across a bridge. You see you also see a great deal of, like, you see explosions. You see like what looks to be some sort of like military installation explode. Then you also see somebody dead, like in what looks like a hotel room. Cause of death. You could, if you had to take a guess from the seconds that the millisecond you had, possibly poison, because there's no obvious wounds. You get and you get some vague image of a shape-shifting creature that takes on a form that looks vaguely snake-like with multiple arms and brightly colored scales that casts some sort of spell, utilizes some sort of ability, and somebody you're not you that you're for whatever reason you can't make out who. You can only see sort of a silhouette, just disintegrates. Um, and you get a number of other visuals. You get a lot of death and destruction. There's a bit of there is a bit of um, at the end of it, there is a message there starts to be a bit more information onto the loyalty line. As loyalty line established for the purposes of defending the code and the secrets thereof. The and it starts to go on, but then it says warning: data corrupted, corrupted, corrupted. And then you get and you also get like a visual of like a number of people. You notice that there's a theme, like in some of your images that you get up to this point before this last bit, when it was when it was just sort of like random images. There always seemed to be a number of figures in the background that were always dressed very, very in very, shall we say, robes that look like they belonged to some sort of order, with some sort of symbology, like in the seams, and the cuffs and what have you, um, that that are in the background. They're not. They look like they're noticeable in the fact that they seem like they're trying to be inobtrusive, but they seem to be in a lot of the images where people are dying, or where things are blowing up, or there's sort of destruction and conflict. Um,
Do I recognize the symbol just seeing it from previous research, or is that something I gotta later look into?
the symbology looks very similar to the symbology you've been finding in this ruins, in these ruins. It looks very it at the very least it looks like it would have been connected potentially from the same era or epoch of time, potentially further related than that, but not generally like a not a not like a direct thing. So you can't like take one symbol and superimpose and be like, well, that obviously means this. But it does give you the context of, well, that's pretty similar enough. It could have something to do with some of the core concepts here, but without a direct translation for this one, let alone that one, I can only guess, kind of thing. Um, so kind of educated guess that you as a scholar would make, but you wouldn't publish in a paper until you could prove it. But it'd make an interesting theory to talk about with your peers, But there's a point where all of this is happening, and maybe as the camera draws back and we kind of like go out of Xander's head and we kind of draw back and we get a wider picture, we see that there is a light that is glowing, that starts to glow out of the new data jack that you have, that sort of like fills your eyes as well, Xander's eyes as well. And as the memories sort of like get into their most intense point, it shoots it knocks you back to where it knocks you back enough to where you're looking up, and the green light floods upwards and out, going back up the shaft you came down. Twinkle, Dr. Byrne, and company, you guys are in the room, and that shaft, as Rex is kind of like tinkering with trying to get it, you guys had kind of been tinkering with trying to get it open, bursts open, and a green light comes shooting out from the top of it, rushing and shooting out. And there's a sort of like energy presence that sort of pushes you back, but it doesn't feel like a physical presence. It feels something more a bit spiritual almost. and it shoots up into the sky, um, where you see like a big flash as it hits sort of like the top of the atmosphere, and then and then almost as soon as it started, it's gone.
But Xander's here.
But it came from where Xander disappeared into.
Okay.
Oh,
And
boy.
Xander, you, for your part, as soon as the memories and the images stop flowing through your head and the light stops, bursting from your data jack and your eyes and mouth and what have you, you right, you kind of come like you kind of look around, and the Agent Tourmaline is still standing there, and she's like, she kind of looks at you and she goes, I am sorry that was a bit intense, but it was necessary. I am one of the very last of the loyalty line left that still remembers true purpose. Be aware of the agents of the disciples of dissolution. They would seek to disrupt what is and what was meant to be.
Yeah, that's a lot of information in a few short amount of time. Oh my Lanta. But I get your point, and I take your warning, and hopefully this will help us get the resolution to save whatever we need to. So what's our next step, dude?
And Tourmaline is like, you must find the rest of the code. The Valatesh has been the anchors for the Valatesh for several timelines have been disrupted, including in this one. You will need to find the code, and you will need to find the code for the Valatesh Prime. And once you have found the code, you will need to enter it. And then, with all luck, you will need to enter it, and you will need to reference the indexes that were. You will need to reference the indexes that you were that your people were given for how to do so. Once you have done so, the Valatesh will reset its cycle, and things will go back, and the Dominion of the Black will be forced to set back their plans for a few centuries, at least. They will have to disrupt the anchors and the timelines all over again.
Okay, so here's my first question. How many different points do I still have to get?
I cannot tell you that. I do not have that information. Nor can I join you on this. My efforts must be at stopping the order of dissolution must continue. And one other thing, you have unlocked the memories you have simply unlocked a great deal here today simply by receiving this data chip that is, and you'll want to step back on the pad with the shrine to rejoin your friends, and I would suggest moving along to the next to find the rest of the code as quickly as possible. This place won't remain safe for long, and the agents of the Order of the Disciples of Dissolution and the Dominion of the Black will be here soon enough. They'll be following the same path you are.
Well, at least I'm ahead of them. So, yeah, keep doing what you do to save whatever so it doesn't disrupt us. Thanks for your help. And I step on the platform and be like, have a nice day, dude.
Yeah.
Thanks, bye.
There is a moment where like you hear a bit of grinding and a bit of like crackling, and then the altar, the shrine shoots back up the shaft. You kind of have to hold on to the shrine itself, the little podium itself, to stabilize yourself. It goes so fast. Um, but you kind of like you come back up to, I don't know, what were the reactions of Twinkle and Dr. Byrne and company about the green light? Like, it was kind of determine how Xander finds you as he comes back up the shaft.
Twinkle's probably shielding his eyes from it. Yeah, just yeah, pretty much. Just
Yeah.
bright light.
Well, there's probably enough time between the light to when he came back up. Probably recovered a little bit, and I'm just like oh, fireworks! Typing away at my keypad. Like, what can I determine? But it's not it's not like a living thing or anything. It's just light, so I don't have much I can really figure out. I think because it's a medical thing.
Well, it's now 9 feet tall and has a strength of 50, and is about to tear everyone.
No, not
Probably
quite.
not.
But yeah, Xander comes fly. Shortly after the light stops, there's a few seconds pause, and then you hear like the grinding and crackling sound. Something seems to be coming up from the shaft pretty fast, and your question of what is answered fairly a lot quicker than you expected, as the shrine and altar comes flying back up, with Xander holding onto it for dear life. He's like, you just go, and sets back into position.
And I stand up and turn around and be like, oh, hi, everybody. Oh, good. We need to leave. Like, now before people get here. And try to find the information I already have. So let's get back to the ship. I'll explain everything there. But I would like to leave this system and everything here before those crazy buttheads come here and try to attack me.
There's probably like a beat, and maybe there's some rubble clinking, to the ground, from the movement, and suddenly Twinkle snaps to it, and all right, people, you heard him. Let's get out of here. Double time.
And Twinkle,
time.
And Twinkle, you have some coordinates from where that you pulled out of this computer too, for a system that's not charted.
It's a fragment, correct?
Yeah, it's
just a fragment.
Yep.
So, yeah, we've found a little bit digging around here, but more than anything, he says, making his way towards the entrance, I'm just excited to be off this section of the rock. Let's go.
Yeah, I think Gridge probably like radios to you, and radios down. He and his guys had taken up a perimeter on the surface. It's like, Captain Twinkle, I don't mean to rush you, but we've got company coming in. Ships.
Why is it always ships? All right. Go ahead.
He's like, the Gitteron Authority ones arrived about 2 minutes ago. There's another couple of ships that concern me a little bit more. Make and model, I don't know. They look vaguely like Drow ships. Well, they look like Drow design, but none I've ever seen.
Okay, let's make a check of some sort for that. How's that sound? What would you like me to make? Because I can't think of one off the top of my head. Is that culture?
Yeah,
engineering?
Sure, go ahead. Make me a culture.
Okay.
Sure, go ahead and make me. can either make me an engineering or a culture check. I'll accept either one, whichever one you want to do better.
I am better at engineering, but just slightly. Well,
All right.
that's pretty good.
So maybe like you're putting your mechanical knowledge to it, and it's not a design that you recognize either, but you are kind of like you're noting the similarities, but that tell you that it's a Dro design. The way that it's like sort of the angles and the curves are built, and the sort of like those sort of like aesthetic things. But as soon as you start trying to think about like a little bit deeper and whatnot, the index opens up and starts talking about the ship, like like Dreadsting class, light explorer class ship, Dromake Nechsidaran. Primarily used for long range strike missions.
What the fuck are they doing here?
Often crewed by highly specialized teams of operatives.
Yeah.
We
All right.
should flee.
Yeah. No. Twinkle's already hurting everybody to the ship, because once we fuck, I've never hit the emergency boost button in atmosphere, but it might be fun once.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Just radio ahead to Rulia and say, Rulia, whatever checks you got to do to get off this rock, you need to do it now.
She comes back. She's like, "Oh, Captain Fuzzy, I'm already on it. Got those ships as soon as they hit Atmo."
Well, good, because first things first, we need to get the fuck out of here. Second, if how to put this nicely? Put those shields up.
She's like, as soon as everyone's on board, she's like, "I'll have the shields up, drop them when you guys get here, and put them right back up as soon as everybody's on board."
Good.
Sanders running at this point because
Oh,
he knows how important
I
he
think
is.
everybody is.
Yeah, Bazik and Izuki are already like, Izuki as she's running is just like, she's like, "What did you learn?" And she's like, "What's good?"
Hey, everybody will get an update when we get there. Let's get to the ship, get away from these big dudes that try to kill us, and then everybody will get an update, especially the captain, because he needs to send us where we need to go next.
Twinkle, what's your speed?
Fast. Do you need a number?
Yeah,
Is-
if I can run faster than you, I was gonna just be like, get on, and we're just gonna run.
I mean, let's see here. I think it's 60 feet.
Oh, shit. The hell, rat folk are fast.
Well, I took a feat or two.
Jesus, never mind.
Well, operatives get a speed bonus anyway.
Yeah.
And then taking feats, operatives have the potential to be some of the fastest motherfuckers. There's a reason that certain characters will get across the battlefield pretty damn quick.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so we got you guys kind of like, you guys are kind of making a haul in it and what have you. There's you manage to make it to the ship, but as you're running, you get yet another communication from a familiar voice. So, yeah, me and Bells heard you was headed in this direction. Like, you, kind of a hard fellow to find. Still got a few unanswered questions. And I'm sure you'd rather answer mine before you answer Warp's.
This is over comms?
Yep, but just to you. You're the only one who hears it.
The first thing he does is press record. Well, everything's already recorded anyways. He's recording it twice. Remind me, who's the last one I got in touch with?
Error.
I got in touch with on whatever city.
Yeah, Error, the halfling.
Shit. Well, fuck. That's not good.
It's great.
When you talked to Error, it sounded like he was trying to hide from. He, like his impression was like, "Yeah, I hope you're not the fucking traitor. I wasn't. I don't believe you're the traitor, but all the
Some
same,
people
let's
do.
just not mention to anybody that we saw one another."
Yeah, he's going to... Yeah, still running. It's gonna be... Hey! Long time no here. Hey, kinda busy at the moment. Can we talk about this later?
He's like, "Oh, we'll be talking about it later. All right. I got
Well-
your trail. I got your scent now."
Oh, is that how it is? Hold on. After all this time, not even a hello, how you doing? Really?
Let me ask you something. How you think I'm gonna feel after things? How did you see this going down after the way things went down the last time we talked?
I don't know. I thought maybe you'd come to your fucking senses. No, it wasn't fucking me. Look,
He's like-
I'm kind of busy at the moment. Can you buzz off?
He's like, he goes, "Oh, we'll be talking again." He says, "We'll be talking again with a little with a little fewer interested parties." And then he goes, "In the meantime, just try to make sure Warp can't find you as easily as we did. I'd rather talk to you before he does, because, well, he's probably not gonna leave much to talk."
What, he think I
Two.
did it? Fucking
Yeah.
scumbag.
Like, he's like, "You sleep tight. We'll be seeing each other real soon." And there's and then the transmission crackles off.
Fucking hell.
Twinkle's like, "God, one more thing."
Right, one more thing. It's always one more thing with this goddamn campaign. One more thing.
Yucky!
Just when I almost fucking forgot about this asshole.
And the rest of you see him have some sort of, maybe if you're close enough you might hear his end of the conversation, but other than that you see him like talking on the comms as he's running, like looking around. If any of you like think to look around to see if he's talking to anybody that's actually with you guys, you'd notice that no one else is on the comms.
I don't think.
He's a captain, so I'm not too worried about it. He's got to talk to other people type things as a captain, so I'm like, whatever.
I don't think we can keep up with him enough to
Potentially.
see all that.
I mean,
I've got 40. I can almost keep up.
So-
yeah.
Once we get on board, everyone should strap in, because if we're going to hit the emergency accelerator in Atmo, this is going to be Spaceballs ludicrous speed.
Oh yeah. As soon as we can get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
Right, and-
you managed.
Mahala is actually going to use her thing and like throw around some stuff so she doesn't move.
There's yeah, you guys managed to make it to the Tempest, and they're like, and Rulia's got the Rulia, as soon as you get get close, is like, you can see that the engines are already fired up and ready to go, ready to go. It's just like, so I take it those are not, I take it those aren't friendlies then.
Nej Zadar, I mean, so, Well, I'm trying to think. Fucking. Ristal is ex Nej Zadar, right?
Yeah, Ristal came from Nej Sidara.
Right. Okay, yeah. And he's like, friends, what are friends between, the big red get the fuck out of here button, right? Let's just go, please.
Alright.
Everybody, strap in, hold on to your diapers. It's about to get bumpy.
We're about to go plaid.
And you managed to hit it and get out of there. Give me a
Really, I had
piloting.
time to take.
Yeah, well, give
Rulia
me a
needs to give
piloting
us a
check
piloting.
for give me a piloting
Okay.
check because
Come on,
It's not-
Rulia.
You got
Let's
this.
see here. All right, let's. Wow.
No, that's not bad.
it's still a 26.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How do I
She-
have better piloting than Rulia? I want to show her up one of these days.
because you're a main
Be-
player.
yeah, I
character,
know.
you're
The
higher
answer
level.
is because I'm an operative. I know.
Well, it's because you're higher level. You're a main PC. That she's a command crew level NPC. So
I know.
you're a little.
Stop defending her. We love her.
You're a little bit higher level. I don't. Okay. Anyway, moving on. Yeah, you get out of the. You manage to get out of Atmo, and Rulia, to her credit, punches the emergency "get the fuck out of here" the moment that you guys are leaving Atmo. It puts a shit ton of stress on the ship. Like there is that moment where everything shakes and the whole temperature readings get really super hot. Oliver, you're reading, you're like, oh shit. Like, structural integrity gonna hold, and then you break Atmo, and the temperature starts to cool down. But yeah, we get the shot of the Tempest leaving Atmo, and then we kind of we bank off. We're gonna cut over real quick to Vesa, and I think. Hold on, sorry, gotta stretch. All right, sorry about that. And I think Vesa, you've just sent off, Jur and Adex, and you guys pulled all the information you could out of his computer and got whatever information you could from him, and you found out a few things.
Right.
But I think this is the point where, maybe you got a radio in from, maybe you a radio in from Nerks, So I just saw our guests leave. Did you get anything useful out of them?
Oh my god, so much shit I need you to pull in.
She's like,
We have to talk.
she's like, did they give you an idea where who took Ashura and where she's at?
Well, I've got some leads. I definitely know who took her.
He's like, yeah, because I'm not buying this whole Nahira thing. That's just, and Nahira's not that cold-hearted.
Right. No, I'm not sure.
Plus-
I never met him, so I don't know.
Plus,
But we're in a
Nahira,
different timeline.
yeah, well, I can't imagine a Nahira that doesn't wear a face mask for any fucking reason. That guy was so traditional, it wasn't even funny.
Right.
You
In
could
the
smell his
Nahir you know,
incense.
though. Well, yeah, but the Nahir you knew was that way. But this one could have grown up a totally different way, and a whole different circumstances could have happened to him. So, I don't know, and I don't think we'll know until we're face to face with whatever this person actually is, or whomever this person is. But at least we have a lead on where Shira would be, and if we could fucking get face to face with this guy, maybe we could get a beat on him, you know?
She's like,
Can I convince him to help?
she
Maybe.
she's like, I'll dock in a minute. But
Okay.
and she's like, she sounds fairly annoyed, which you
Yeah,
could
and I get
fairly
that.
expect. Yeah, she, um, but like it only takes her a couple of minutes to dock. Are you like in the hangar bay when she the shuttle bay when she finished? Okay.
Yes, and I believe Qualu's with me, and I believe Qualu was there for that conversation as well.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, we need to have just like a sit down.
Okay. She's like, yeah. She comes out down the ramp. She's kind of got her arms crossed. She's got that pose of that sort of defiant pose. She's like,
Right.
so where is she? Where do we find Ashura?
And I'm gonna point to Qualu because he knows better than I do.
Like, what we know from this is that Akaton is where the Queen of Storms, which is Ashira's likeness in this timeline, I guess, had her base of operations. There is the Idari was destroyed by the queens, which the pirate queens, of which apparently Vesa's likeness in this universe is one of them. The this
Vase is gonna interject and be like,
she,
Shaba's a queen too. Oh my god, I think you are as well.
she's like, yeah, she goes, yeah, me, queen. That's a good one.
Girl,
She
I
goes,
shit you not. I bet that's the case.
she's like,
I was gonna say, yeah, you said that last week.
Qualu,
Yeah, I promise.
and Qualu's just like, he's like, well, we cannot confirm that. We do have a good, and we do have intelligence that at least Shaba was last known the Queen of Fury, I guess.
Bless you.
We don't want to go
Thank
to
you.
Octurne and Apostate. Those were both controlled by the Dominion of the Black here. Versace is apparently where the Queen of Venom, Vase's likeness, is based out of, so probably not a great idea to be there either. There is, the Queen of Fury is out in the Tabori cluster. Castorville is a toxic wasteland. There is no broken rock here. There is, safe ports of call are a bit few and far between. It looks like the queens haven't touched any of the Marixa Republic, the Shadari Confederacy, or Preluria at this point. Unknown about Net Shadari. If this timeline has all of these powers anyway.
And they don't know who Zai is. They've never heard of him. They don't know who the Fire Shrike is. They've never heard of us. And what else? What else? Hang on, I got it all written down. They took power a couple of years ago. They've got, they've got Basil, not Basil, Bazik and Isaki with them. And they're like super bad. Dominion of the Black has like taken over, and it's a big fucking shit show here. Like, it's a fucking nightmare here. Like, we gotta fucking go. We gotta find Ashira and get the fuck out. And I have no idea how we're gonna do that.
She's like, so if this, and I don't even want to really consider this possibility, if this person is Nahir and the Adari was destroyed, where the fuck would he go? And Qualus pipes in and is like, there is a resistance, but I'm not entirely certain where to find them or who they are.
I can't remember if the resistance is part of the Dominion of the Black, or they are resisting against the Dominion of the Black. Do you? Which one?
They're specifically resisting against the pirate queens.
Oh, that's right. That's right. So, do they have the Dominion of the Black on their side?
There's Qualu's like, there is no known alliance between the Resistance and the Dominion of the Black. At least as far as their our guests' computers were concerned. If there is any alliance that the Dominion of the Black has formed with anyone here, it is not exactly the most common of knowledge. Although
Right.
one would assume that if the pirate queens hold as much power as they do, they would have some sort of communication with the Dominion of the Black, whether it would be a war or alliance or at least some sort of a non-aggression. But I couldn't tell you what that would actually be.
Okay. Did we ever figure out where Nahir usually hides out at?
No. It was like, it was like, so our options are bad places like Versis and what used to be called Vesk 7 and 8, controlled by the Queen of Venom. The Pact Worlds, which is of limited power and strength at this point. The Queen of go to the Tabori cluster, and we have no idea how many worlds to the Queen of Fury controls out there. Perluria would put us far removed, but it might be a place. He's like, he's like, that one would go, but if he's like,
I have a thought.
and Akaton is currently under a great deal of great deal of struggle.
All right. Nahir's Kasathan, right?
Yes,
All right.
although from what it sounds like, maybe here he is a little less Kasathan than the one we knew.
Right. Which is fine. Are there any other Kasathans? Anywhere? Registered anywhere? Like little tiny outpost colonies or anything? Close.
Well, there are a couple of things. I don't know how true it would be here. There are records that the Kasath, the actual homeworld of Kasath, considers the pirate queens enemies and would wage war on them whenever they are close enough to do so. But
Mhm.
as far as the Kasath is quite some ways away. There were a few. There was at least one or two that were not on station. There had to have been at least a few. And if it is anything, if this timeline is anything, or at least used to be anything like the timeline in our own timeline, then I imagine a great deal of them went and settled on Akaton, perhaps.
And Agaton is currently being controlled by. Let me look at my notes again. Is it the Dominion of the Black? No, that's Octurne. That was Ashira's place. So is Akaton up for grabs right now? Who's holding Akaton? It is up for grabs. We need to go to Akaton.
And Akaton,
Yep.
that gives us a direction, and Nurx
Let's
is
go
like,
there.
Nurx is like, she just immediately starts heading towards the bridge. She's like, well, there's no fucking time to waste. Let's get the fuck on with this.
Right.
Oh, Amy's all like, who do I gotta kill to become captain? Now she's like,
No, no, no.
I get to rule a planet?
No, really, no. I have a plan, but it has nothing to do with ruling a planet. I just think I have a plan. There's like maybe a semblance of a plan. I don't know yet. Okay, but I'm gonna tell Nurx and what's that other guy's name I'm with? What's that
Qualu.
guy's Qualu?
Qualu.
Thank you. I'm gonna, as we're like walking, I'm gonna tell them, like, if we can find some Kasathans, if there's not a whole lot of them, maybe they all know of this guy and can at least point us in a direction to find this guy. Because maybe, I mean, it's a start somewhere.
Well, and it would make sense that if the planet is up for grabs, perhaps we might even run into make a few inquiries, ask around. If there is resistance to be found, it would make sense that it would be in places where
I don't
They
have
would-
complete control.
exactly.
Yup. I like it. That's where we start.
Perhaps they could also help us find our missing friend.
That's the goal.
Although it could be tricky, considering they wouldn't know that. Well, it could be tricky asking around, but we'll have to be discreet.
Right. And
It's
in
a-
that, she's going to do a disguise on herself. And she's going to look like a four-armed guy that kind of looks like Goro. she's gonna look like Zy Volvetto because Zy Volvetto doesn't exist in this fucking place. He
Fucking
doesn't
hell.
fucking exist.
I love it.
And
I had
that's who
nothing
I
to do with
fucking
this,
am.
but I succeed at being in two places at once.
You have officially done it. Congratulations.
Hey, and you became the first female Zai after all.
Hell
I win.
fucking yes. I love it. I fucking love it.
Ugh.
Yeah.
And
I'm gonna hold it. I'm gonna keep it for as long as I can. Period. Like, the only time I'm not is maybe if I'm sleeping or pooping. I don't know. Just kidding. Not the last time. No, but maybe yes, because I don't want to know how you do that thing. That's the private moment. So, but yeah. Fuck it.
I think the I think because Nurx has already had gone off to the bridge, and she like the moment you were like, yeah, Akaton, she's like, that's where we need to go. She's like, yep, we're going there right this
Yep.
fucking second.
I'm going to the bridge.
Yeah.
Do I
Alright.
sound like him too, or do I still sound like me?
I mean,
There's a voice modulator that you can make right now that will help.
Okay.
yeah,
Yes, I need one of those. How do I make one?
They
What
cost
do
like
I do?
100 credits.
Oh, sold. Like,
you have ranks in engineering.
I don't even have my thing open.
Better.
Let me look. I do. I have a ton of ranks in engineering because Chris and I had a nice conversation about how that's actually important.
Do you
I've got-
have a tech lab?
I have 8 ranks in engineering and a what lab?
As soon as Nurx landed the shuttle,
Tech
yes.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's
Oh,
'cause they
yeah,
put it on the shuttle. Yeah, you can just go into the tech lab on the shuttle, or on the shuttle, on the, because it's a light freighter, right? On the Spitfire,
Yes.
you can just go into the tech lab and make one for the cost of what it would cost you to buy it in UPBs.
Okay.
You just spend
Okay.
UPBs and you're
I'm
just
looking.
like, you know what? I'm gonna go make this thing real quick. I'll
Yeah.
be right. It'll take you an hour. You can
Okay.
have the time if somebody else with engineering helps.
Yeah, I'm gonna call. Ooh, who's free? I don't know who's free. I'm gonna call Kolnak and Vector and just be like, which one of you is free? I think Vector is because he just finished that ship.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vector would probably be free.
All right, I'm gonna be
Scratch.
like, yo, I need you to come with me.
Oh, it's 125 credits. I'm sorry.
And I
That's
think-
fine.
And I think Scramjet has also got plenty of engineering. And unless you want him on the bridge, holding down the bridge while you do this.
Yeah, we'll keep Scramjet on the bridge.
All right. I'm gonna say because for essentially, if you have for every person with with ranks in engineering that help you, it halves the time again. So it only
Oh.
take you
There
half.
is
It'd only take you
in
half
roll
an hour.
20 Vesa.
It'll
Say
only
that
take
again.
you.
I put it in roll 20.
Okay.
It'll only take you half an hour with Vector helping.
Okay.
If you had somebody else with engineering helping, it would then take 15 minutes.
Well, shit, I'll just fucking call anybody that wants to come kick it and help me look like and act like and sound like
Hey,
Zy Volvetto.
you're already one step closer to being Zai right there.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't give a shit. Let's go. All right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pay for this out of the UPBs on the ship because I don't have enough money personally.
They're
Right
there.
on.
They're on the ship.
So yeah, let's fucking do it.
Yay. All right.
And then I'm gonna go to the bridge afterwards.
Don't forget
and
to
I'm
make a
gonna-
bluff check.
Do I have to make a bluff check? Okay.
It's a disguise check.
Okay.
Well,
Let me-
Nurx is going to be like, wait a minute. So I want to see if she can actually fool Nurx for a couple seconds.
Do I have to disguise? Okay. Ooh. But I get expertise. So
Do you have a reroll?
and
I have. Wait, let me see. I have a reroll in bluff, not in disguise. I
Aw.
don't think.
you also take
Okay.
some penalties for disguising yourself as a different gender and race. So
Oh,
You
okay.
actually have a serum that will help with that.
Then I'm gonna drink. Well, but how many of those can I make? As many as I need.
Yeah, those are actually
Alright.
low level.
Then I'll drink one of those too.
all right. So let's go to disguise. quick because it's got the creation,
Yeah.
acrobatics. It's got the penalties and what have you on.
Where do I put this voice modulator?
Goes,
You
if
put it
you're
under
pretending
here.
to be Zai as his mask.
Well, I
No.
think she means on the character sheet, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's all. Yeah.
It'll be under your equipment tabs. You should be able to add boxes for it.
Okay. Under
It'll
armor
be-
or under just a regular inventory?
Yeah, it'll be under your regular. It'll be under
Okay.
your. You'll scroll past your armor, shields, and upgrades, and there should be a place where you can add that says inventory or equipment or something,
Okay.
and you
I
should be
wasn't
able to
sure.
add boxes for it.
Okay. Got it.
So, diplomacy. Where is it? There. Disguise. Major feature altered. Let's see. The DC is +5. The minor details altered. That's major. Disguised a different race of the creature type. So it's +11 to the DC. Oh no.
It's just a whole lot. I think that she's gonna see through it.
15. +15 to the DC, so that's essentially going to give her a +15 to her sense motive.
Okay.
Now, while you're there, you could switch out one of your armor upgrades to glamour, and that will give you an additional bonus.
Mhm.
And there's also the holographic skin that's in crew stuff.
So that's
Gotcha. Well, I'll probably. Maybe she'll give me advice when she sees through the disguise, but I'll take your
Yeah,
advice.
I'm
while
sure she
we're-
will.
Yeah. She's totally gonna see through it.
I'll look for it. Last time I checked, I had like a +40 after I did everything and became
Okay.
a drag queen.
I love it.
So
I love it. I'm gonna make Zai into a drag queen as well in this place.
that's fine.
I'm just kidding.
wow.
I'm kind of already in drag when I'm pretending to be you. So
Right. If you're old enough to have seen Victor Victoria, I know exactly what you're talking about.
So perception with a +15.
Mary Poppins is drag.
36, so that's 11. Yeah, you gotta be like a 51.
one. All right. Okay. It's. I don't know if it's doable, but I'm gonna try. But I'll do that later.
You can
Before we
take
get off
20,
the ship. Mm-hmm.
and that will help. But this time, she's gonna laugh at you. It'll be
Yeah.
great.
Yes. Yes, it will. So I'm gonna walk in and be like, what would Zai say? Nurks, I need a drink. It's been a long day.
She just
Got
looks
anything
over you-
good?
She just looks
That
over
is
you. She's like-
great.
She just looks over you and she's like, "The fuck are you doing? You're
Which-
weird."
I know, but look, I'm pretending to be Zai because he's not a pirate queen. He's a nobody here. So I get to be a nobody while pretending to be Zai. Can you believe this shit? Look at it. Look at me.
She's like I said, weird.
I know.
It's just,
Okay, so how obvious was it? What should I change up? Is it the mannerisms? No one knows his mannerisms here, just you and I.
She's like, well, first of all, the fake arms look like fake arms. She's like,
Okay.
the extra arms don't look realistic.
Shit, you're right.
Second of all, you need bigger platforms in your shoes. You're not quite tall enough.
Right, but nobody knows that but you and me.
She's like,
So if it's just the arms, and as I move my arms, I would assume that all the other arms move at the same time.
she's like, yeah, but speaking specifically, speaking in general, Kasathans are in general a bit taller than what you are now.
Okay, I can do that. All right,
She's like,
okay. I'll work on the arms too.
yeah, she just kind of like shakes her head and takes a drink from her flask and she's punching into coordinates to Akaton. She's like, well, let's hope that this is where that it's exactly where it is in our universe. And
yeah,
it
fingers
is.
crossed. Oh, good.
And not only is it, but she is really good at getting.
Oh, good. Well, then, in that case, how long did it actually take us to get there? Would I have had time to craft any of
Oh,
these
yeah.
items?
2 days.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So
It'd take 2 days in drift.
at that point, I'm gonna just type these down here. I'm gonna put a glamour on my armor, and I'll take something off. I'm gonna take the infrared sensors off.
And while you're doing all of that, I'm gonna cut over to to Zai and company,
Okay.
and Zai and Ryan and what have you. So you guys are in the lab. You with Dr. Tallet and a whole bunch of Greys, including Quevelin. And the Greys seem to be just sort of like performing basic, sort of reflex and cognitive tests with loyalty for a moment. For the moment while you guys were talking to Dr. Tallet, and then there is a moment while they're talking to him where suddenly loyalty goes rigid for a second, and then a green glow starts coming from his eyes and his mouth. The Greys seem to be a bit more excited about this. On the other side of the sort of plasteel or glass steel, whatever, they all take out different kinds of equipment and become much more like active and focused on what's going on with him. And there's a moment where this happens, and Quevelin, who's standing on this side of the glass with you, looks up and goes, now we've got. And he's like, keys have been turned, and and there's and as soon as it's only for a moment that this happens, and then it fades off, leaving loyalty looking very, very confused, but also sort of like, there's something that seems to have clicked for him, but at the same time, he also looks very confused.
Like he just got given a whole bunch of information that was encoded thousands of years ago.
Something like that, but not like Zai would know that necessarily.
I wouldn't, but I
Yeah.
just wanted to know if that was what it was like.
But yeah, there's a and Dr. Tallet is like, this is what they were hoping to see.
Of course.
It was like,
Exactly did they see? Quevelin, being all cryptic, was like, keys have been turned. La 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 la.
yeah,
So, yeah.
yeah. He's like, I'm not entirely certain of that, but our friends here have been waiting for some key to be turned that would unlock something within our friend here. It's the reason I've had him on payroll for so long, is that I've been waiting for this. Our friends here have been waiting for it longer. So and there's a moment where there is he kind of like Quevelin is like, he's like, the keeper has found the knowledge. Loyalty is like, the loyalty units will now remember what they have forgotten. Not all of them will receive this information the same way. Some will reject it, some will embrace it. Others, it will never break their programming.
Please be the awakening of the Sids. We are Sid.
Oh,
We already said,
Loyalty's unfortunately just a little too cool for
Oh.
like but there is a moment there where there's like there's a like something apparently comes over like his comms, his headset comms. He kind of puts his head, Dr. Talbot puts his head, like hand over his ear for a second, listens, and then there is a, um, like, then an alarm starts going off. It was like, ah, we have an issue. This is, there is, we don't unfortunately have time to unpack all of this at the moment.
it.
We have a problem. There is, unfortunately, one of our experiments has taken a turn. A subject has been freed itself from its containment. A protean, a very difficult creature, much beyond many of the operatives that I have on board currently. It's called a Durgastar. It's has many very dangerous abilities. I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask your aid in dealing with the situation. I will be on comms I will access the security terminals and feed you information on comms as we track this thing down, but if it gets loose, it could be a very bad start for all of us.
Okay. So, you want me to go kill a crazy space creature that you created that got loose?
I did not create this creature, and it did get loose, and I didn't say kill, I nearly said it needs to be dealt with. Whether that means it has to be destroyed, or if it can be contained, is a way. Unfortunately, among its more high-order abilities is the ability to summon more of its kind. I have a dimensional anchoring field. That I will, in security offices, that I will activate. Prevent it from bringing any more of its kind on. Van is dangerous enough, we don't need more.
What is it vulnerable to? What is it immune?
I wouldn't try using acid on it. Let's see. That's probably a pretty good question. This is immune. It's not going acid, paralysis abilities, polymorph abilities. None of those things will work on.
Oh, wrong person.
Resistant. It has higher resistances to fire and sonic damage.
Sonic and fire, you say?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Outside of this, they have a number of high-order magical abilities. They can't be slowed down by difficult terrain. And
Gotcha.
you won't be able to use any dimensional abilities you may have. It's in a certain present area of it. We have the level sealed off. Whenever you are ready, we will release the force field and a force field for you to go in and for you to go in and track the creature down.
Okay. Volunteers? Besides Tixbit?
Better than standing around here.
Loyalty now known as Sid will go.
Okay. That sounds fun. Does everyone have a weapon that will actually do damage to this guy?
It said no acid, right?
No acid, and it pretty much immune to fire and sonic.
It is, to be specific, it is immune to polymorphing, it is immune to acid, and it is immune to paralysis. Outside of that, it has resistances to fire and sonic damage. You won't be able to trip it or disarm it. You won't be able to very easily. You won't be able to. This is. But other than that, you're going to want to watch out for its magical abilities. They can be quite potent.
So, Tix Pit is not ready for this battle. Zai is only ready for this battle because he has a little bit of everything. Anybody else need to go get a gun before we leave?
I think I should be okay with my weapons.
Okay.
Yeah.
In that case, let's go ahead and do this.
All right. And Dr. Tallet has it's like, give me a few minutes to get to security to a security console, to the security offices in Ville. That way I can help assist you from there, and we'll get this thing to go started. And he
Oh,
kind of
one more thing before we go. If I'm going to save the universe, see if you can switch out Quevelin for Squishy. I'd rather die with that gray by my side. And then I walk out.
Wow.
I don't even wait for an answer.
Yeah, Quevelin, for his part, kind of simply looks at you, shrugs, and he shoulders his rifle. Follows with you.
Did we come on here like the big guns, or you just want us like sidearms?
I say, we came on expecting not to have to fight, so...
So
one should be
sidearms
in,
it
like-
is.
Yeah.
And take any time you need it. If you need to go back to your ship to get to this weapons that you're more comfortable with, then by all means. Just
Okay.
sort of come. And that sort of like comes over comms.
Mm.
Nah, I'm cool with what I got.
Tallet's walking. So
Alright. Alright. So if everyone has what they need... Yeah.
alright. Yeah, and once everybody is in position, he like ready. They'll drop the force field for you to go. So he's got the the elevator already ready to go. What have you. So as you go and as you go down, you go past a few decks before you finally get to the deck that thing is on. And you kind of see, you watch as the force field, watches, the force field gets turned off in front of the elevator shaft, what have you. You go forward. What NPCs
Brian?
are you taking with you besides Tixpin
Jim and Rossif.
Jim and Rossif?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not. They're like 5th level.
Okay, well fine, then they can go back to the ship. I have, Tixpit, myself, Brian. Brian, since we went back to the ship, did you grab your dog? Not like that kind of
Sure.
dog. Okay, there you go. So there's another one. Going to the bottom. Let's take Wreck.
Alright.
Alright, that gives us cold damage. I feel way better about it now. Alright. We'll switch out the 2 lower level guys for a wreck because he's our friend, and if we all almost die, he can heal us. And yeah, I think we'll be fine. Well, wait, no. Should we bring Hathus? Let's bring Hathus.
This is a big,
A meat shield.
monst- Yeah, he's a big monstrous, soldier. He's not just your pilot; he is a soldier. He doesn't carry that ultra thin great axe for no reason.
I know, it's pretty badass.
And he's got his horns and a fucking 15-notch plasma fork too.
Right. Plasma, unfortunately, falls under the 2
Yeah,
energies.
fire.
Yeah. But it's okay, because he can also punch it. So, it's always fun. And we open the elevator door, and it's suddenly someone else's.
Yep. And it goes on to.
Da-da-da-da-da.
And now we cut over back to Akaton with Ashira and Lee.
Oh boy.
And we are at the top of the combat round too.
Let me just state that I don't remember much of anything that happened other than the fact that I got knocked the fuck out almost. And also many lovely memories of trying to decide how I'm going to sneak into actually being a queen.
Real
This
quick,
spiked you
I
in the
totally
brain.
forgot you were actually on Akaton, so I'm real excited that I deduced to go to fucking Akaton, because I fucking forgot you were there. Beautiful. Go ahead.
Well, you played it off so well that I didn't think you fucking forgot I was there.
Oh, good.
Very true.
I'm so glad.
Now, ladies.
That shit was crazy. I'm so excited.
Okay,
to
so
come
this
get you.
motherfucker. Okay, so we did verify it was SP, not HP, because ow.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's
That's way the fuck OP if it's HP.
yeah, that would be a pretty fucking terrible thing to do to people. Here's a monster that can just bypass more than 50% of your life.
You mean like normal angry DM things? Here, fuck you. Have this.
Right. Rocks fall.
we are-
Okay. I'm
we're at
resistant to bludgeon. No, you're not.
We're at the top of the round, and Ashira, you're the first to act.
Okay, well let's see. Lesson learned. First part. I'm gonna move back a little.
Alright.
Cause that guy was a dick. Which one was it? Was it this guy?
Yeah, because the other guy's me.
This black guy here. Oh my god, that was so bad.
The guy with the aura. Which, by the way,
Black guy.
Lee,
Yeah.
you're gonna need to give me a DC 19 Fortitude save.
Okay,
Why
Black
is
here,
Laura not on that guy?
Oh, when it comes to my turn.
When it comes to your turn, I'll have you make that.
Where's my fucking profile? Hello? There it is. Oh, god. Alright. What did I attack with last time? Oh, the...
I think you use your acid spell.
It was like,
That's
no, not Arcane Surge. What
No.
was it?
It was one of your acid spells, I think.
Yeah, I'm looking.
It was.
Alright, what, Corrosive Haze? Oh, it was Corrosive Haze.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah, because it had the confusing 46, 48 shit. Yeah, okay, got it. Nope, I don't want to do that. Wait, what's that? No, but I don't need that. Wait. Energy resistance? Oh, well, that's not gonna fucking help me.
By the way, does that damage continue, or is that just does that
Which-
haze stay in place, or does that
It says, cloud, creature up to 30 feet in any direction. Action on your turn. If the cloud enters, is created. Okay. I don't know actually. I don't have it written down.
Because I want to know if it continues to do
Yeah.
or if it's a one thing, like round type thing, or if it continues to do damage as long as
90. Where's that Tendy sticks?
I don't know why I thought you were just gonna say, "Where's the attendees?"
I totally
like-
thought you were gonna say that too.
I'm hungry
Tendies!
for attendees now.
Diplomatic tendies.
Diplomatic tendies.
Wow.
Hello.
Let's
We
see.
can get away with diplomatic tendies on Twitch.
That's not what it says. Control Undead. Corrosive Haze.
Yeah.
It lasts 1 round per level,
Okay.
and then you're able to move it if 5-foot cloud of nanites constantly converts into
So it's still attacking him. He's just pissed at me.
yeah.
Okay.
So until he can move out of the corrosive haze, so go ahead and roll the damage for that, because he's still in it. So he's still taking.
What's Tendy? Wait, no. What was it again? 46.
Yeah.
I'm gonna 46. I'm gonna re-roll one of those. 1d6. That roll fucking sucks. Whatever.
Alright, so that's instead of 10, it's 12. Okay.
So he is, how far away is he? Oh, stop it. This one. He's 25 feet. Okay.
Mhm.
So that's not what I want. This is 20 feet. That's a line of 120 feet. I don't really want that one. That's not gonna do shit. How about arcing surge?
Okay. Go ahead and give me a spell check then, or a caster level check.
Yeah.
So you can beat his spell resistance there, and you, I believe you do.
35s? I did not.
Yeah,
What?
you beat his you beat his spell resistance. So roll your damage and tell me the DC on the saving throw.
Saving throw is level 3, so 18.
All right, so 18. Go ahead and roll
Okay,
your
so. No ones, bitch.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Ooh, and he
Beautiful.
failed too, so he took the whole 39. Nice.
That guy, he's an asshole. I'm so excited.
Get shocked, bitch.
Yeah, Ashira, we get that moment of Ashira casting her spell, you know, and the lightning just leaps out from her hands. Does it look like normal lightning, or is it special colored? It's purple lightning. I love it. And the purple lightning flashes across, and Lee, you know, you're not directly in the line of it, but it flashes right by you, like it's a.
Ooh.
You just like watch this lightning come crackling out from this person who looks like the Queen of Storms and hit this thing.
That was probably a bad idea, right? Oh, yeah, I didn't think of that. I just Thored the fuck out of that
Lightning
guy.
storms, we get it.
Thored him. Oh my god.
Nice. But
Queen of Storms, here's my lightning.
its turn.
Oh god, okay.
It moves forward.
Out of the gas?
Only, yep, out of the haze. Let's
Uh-oh.
see. It has.
Ow.
It's going to. Slash. Wow. Okay. Lee, it's. Do any of those hit you? 23, 29, or 35?
All crits.
They all hit?
They all crit.
Crit.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
not-
not wearing my armor.
There's no plus 10
Oh,
crit roll, is there?
oh, no, I get you. You're taking extra damage for the entropy points.
Actually, there's no plus 10 rule. Okay, then yeah, they all hit, and they're all mental, right?
No, this is physical attacks here.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
So, and they all hit. So that's gonna be. Ooh.
Ooh.
Do-do-do-do.
I don't like how long he's typing.
So the first hit is 35 damage.
No, between all three of them, it's 100.
What?
It reaches out because it hit him 3 times.
Okay, so the first 3 is the first hit, the second 3 is the second hit, and the third 3 is the third hit. I get it.
Yeah, so the 20,
6,
23, 29, 35 was his attack rolls.
Okay, for the 23 and 25, they're both over twice my level, so I get entry points for each of those hits, so now I'm up to my full 4. Other than that, I take 100 damage.
Yep. It just
I mean, SP.
Yep. It just started. It reaches out with its It reaches out with its tendrils and smacks the shit out of you. It's like maybe it's that thing where it's like the first tendril like reaches out and like hits you right in the leg, and then the second one smacks you in the chest, and then the third one like reaches around and smacks you from behind. Just kind of like batters you about, and it's still preaching this doctrine of it's like all things must be destroyed, existence is unworthy of existence, things must die, all things rot, all things decay. And it's just this voice constantly going.
Gotcha.
But that's its turn. Let's see. That takes it to the unannihilated. Let's see, what does he get here? He took enough damage to have an entropy point in that first round, too. That's not gonna do him any good. Oh, that is. Okay, so that doesn't work. Okay. That's what I need to know. Alrighty. So, he's going to utilize his entropic strike on this thing. And let's see. Okay. But it does take a lot of fucking damage, and he's adding to that. Nope. Wait a minute. Did it? Nope. He actually didn't even hit it. Okay. Yeah, it moves out of the way as he's like. Yeah, it moves out of the way as his hand is surrounded by like green and glowing black energy as he, goes for a punch, and it sort of like does that thing where it splits around his fist, and then reforms as soon as he draws it back. It goes to Dr. Telvono. Dr. Telvono is a fucking madman. He is flying at the moment. And what's he gonna do? Let's see. He's got a whole bunch of shit he can do. Yes. Well, he's gonna use a biohack here. Actually, you know what? He's gonna throw a grenade. He's gonna wait. He's flying in the air. He's gonna throw a fucking grenade at this thing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, he hit the target square, but it didn't do a lot of damage. In fact, it did no damage. Or no, that's piercing. It's not fire, so it's 6. That was a shit roll for his damage. So, takes down by 6 more points. That's alrighty. That's it. Its next attack, it's going to and let's see. What is his AC? So the second 2 hit, the first one did not. Oh. That's KAC. So yeah, still the second 2 still hit. So it's /R 6d6 plus 20. Seriously. So 15, 25. And both of those. Oh,
Oh, you put 66 equals 20.
yeah.
Why
So
does
that's alright. And he has
I'm trying to figure out why it said 0
no
successes. I've
damage
never seen
resistance
that.
he's got. Is 25. So he takes 25 damage. I thought I set you up with. Man, there you go. That's. Yeah. And now it's on to Lee. Lee, what you got?
I got some full attacks for this thing. So, let me see.
Vanguard's gonna be fucking scary, so.
Yeah, and he's got a couple of things to help him with that. First of all, where is it? There it is. There's that. And then to lower it just a little bit more, there's this.
Okay.
So I get my attacks at -2. That's not so bad.
Alrighty.
2 entropic strikes is, well, they all come out different every time he hits with them. It's, let's see. The first one's a swirling vortex of fractals, and the second one is a blade of flat fractals forming off of his arm as he takes the second swing. So let's get these rolls.
You having traumatic flashbacks there, computer? We were playing Magic, and I had like a million fucking fractals out there on that battlefield.
Pigacraft.
31 hits.
And now for the second one.
$17 does not. Alright, so that's 33 there. Nice, okay. Awesome.
Yeah, I don't get a move after full attack, do I?
No, full attack takes the entire
That's what I
action.
thought.
Yep.
So I'm done.
Alright, we're back up to Ashira. What you got?
You dead?
Ashira?
Sorry.
Breaker, breaker.
I was trying not to die.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
sorry. What was happening? I was coughing to death.
It's it's your turn. We're at the top
Oh,
of the initiative award.
Okay, wait. Who is this beside the guy? Who is beside the guy?
That's me.
Okay,
That's
I don't want to shoot him. Can I move? How do I move? Can I move the gas? No.
What does it say in the description?
I actually didn't put
Let's
that in the box.
let's put a page number to that. Let me tell you what page number, so next time we know.
Okay. Well, I have. It's
Page number 346.
well, it's 338 in the digital one.
Okay. Well,
So, hold on.
5 foot clear. Same creature. The same creature, and move it up to 30 feet in any direction as a move action on your turn. So you could take a move action to move it.
Okay.
It'll either
It's
stay where-
just gonna be in that square though, right? Because I don't want to hit computer paint with it.
Yes, it's only a 5 foot square, so it
Okay.
essentially would just cover it. So you're
Okay.
gonna move it. Alright, so you're going to take a move action to move it over.
Yeah.
So roll the damage for it. Oh, and Lee, I do need that saving throw from you, that Fortitude DC 19.
Oh fuck! What was the damage for that again? 46.
Yep.
No, that's the other one. This is 10d6.
No, 46.
Yeah,
It's-
46 for the cloud. Okay. God damn. Purple, get your life together. Okay. 9, 46.
Okay, so that's 14. Nice consistent damage there. Alright. And Lee, let me get that, while Bashir is deciding what to do with her standard action, let me get that Fortitude save for DC 19. Let's
Got
see.
it.
Yep. Oh man, and I need to make one for.
Can I just let me look here. Ooh, that's not what I want. That double hits. What do I got here? $44. That doesn't say an area.
What are you looking for?
Caustic conversion. That
Caustic-
doesn't say.
Caustic conversion?
Just says takes 40
Probably-
or acid damage.
Probably a singular target then.
Okay, okay, good.
It doesn't have an AOE, and I think cost of conversion is an attack roll as well.
Yeah. I don't. God, there's not much. That's not gonna do much damage though. I need something. 75. Wait, what? Oh, spider climb. That's. EAC ability modifier. Okay, I don't know what that means in English, but does not provoke attacks of opportunity. Okay, what is I'm not seeing. Why didn't I not put damage on this one?
What are you looking for?
Synapse overload.
Synapse overload. Ding.
It's ranged tuts. Hindies and tuts. That's what today is. Targets one living creature. Okay, cool. Attack against EAC.
Oh, okay, so it's a lot like Synaptic. You will save. Enchantment Charm, 20-foot radius, 1 round, will save negates. You can stun. Oh, it's just a stun effect. It's no
Well,
damage.
never mind that then. Fuck that.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's not involved. It's just it puts the stun effect on enemies.
Let's do another Arcing Surge then. So.
Okay. Give me your caster level roll. I'll have to make it.
Oh, that's significantly smaller.
And does it beat the? Yeah, it still beats the caster, the check. So it needs to make its saving throw. If I can get it to, if I can type. So reflex save 11, and it was a DC 19, right?
For third level 18.
18, okay. So it passes, but go ahead and roll your damage because it still takes half.
I'm gonna re-roll that. 1d6.
So 41. So that's 20. So that's. Oops. Whoa.
What?
Tried to add one more number than I was trying to put in there.
Do it.
All right. That gets a. It's still you managed to blast it, but it managed to avoid some of it, some of the damage. Like your purple lightning goes flashing out again, and it does hit part of it. It does singe it, but it was in the mid dodge of trying to get out of the way. And it's now this thing's turn. And let's see, what is it gonna do?
Bye, purple.
No.
Some people gonna die?
No.
Is the Queen of Storms dead again?
No.
I might be dead. I'm right next to it.
No.
Nope, it only targets him. You're fine.
You just got here.
See. So let's see.
Brian, why is purple in a box? I'm Pan. I'm in all the boxes.
Wow.
Love it. I love it.
I want that. That's a t-shirt right there.
Cone shaped and 30 foot. Yeah, that would miss you, but but it's still a thing it could do. But what it will do, it's going to. Oh, that's what I need to check. What was the other thing? I'm trying to vary up its tactics so it's not doing the whole same thing every. Oh, well. So I guess what it'll do is it'll do what it was doing before. Oh yeah, that's what that was. It was the. So it's going to. You know what? This time it's just going to make one. Lee, does 28 hit your KAC?
Yes, it does.
Alright. In that case. What does it keep saying that for? Oh, okay. Yeah. That is. The damage is different here. Alright. You take 36 points of damage.
Ow. Let me see something.
Smack.
Okay, that takes me out of SP and damages me for 36 for 4 HP, and that lets me get to use a special thing.
Okay. What's your special thing?
The improved version, which only happens if I go to 0 SP or 0 HP.
Oh, nice.
So if it fails the fortitude saving throw, fingers crossed.
Where's he gonna fail save? Your shake. From the next damaging attack that hits it within the next minute.
Yeah, 12d6.
So
if
what's its?
he fails.
So
I'm
what's
trying
the
to
DC?
I'm trying to look for it. I can never remember where they keep your class DCs. His class. It's 12th level in his class, and I'm pretty sure 31 beats it. Is there a spot on the sheet for that?
If it follows typical pattern, it should be like 1d20, or it should be 10. The DC should equal 10 plus half your class level plus your primary stat bonus. So for Vanguards, that'd be Constitution. Would that make it? We'll make it 16, 20. Yeah, that beats it. Yeah, it's got some pretty good saving throws.
especially when it's rolling 17s.
Alright. Well, yeah, they're rolling a 17 quite a bit. But it's beyond that, its turn. The Annihilated. See what he does over here. He's gonna... making the attempt here again. 28. That is enough to beat its KAC. Right? Right. Okay. Alright, so that's... And he slams out with his like green and black, his fist trailing green and black energy, and fucking hit. This time manages to connect. You see that it almost seems relieved. It preaches a doctrine of dissolution, and it preaches a doctrine of entropy. So fighting somebody who is all about entropy is kind of interesting. That's what he does. And oh, I forgot to add the... So that's 2 more. There. And Dr. Talvona, who is going to... Oops. Dr. Talvona will fire at this thing. .26, not quite good enough.
I think it should be. I grant him a +4. Oh, he didn't believe.
Nope. Let's see. It gets an attack now, so it's do what it do. I believe only one of those hit. Yeah, only one of those hit. What? Oh, and I need to roll another. Frustrated with myself on that kind of 4, so that's 29. So that's... Alright. And now it's Lee's turn.
He's going to try and trip this thing, make it fall down.
Alright.
Here comes the athletics check. I've got bonuses, but they'll be explained in it.
$33.
Plus the 4, so 37.
Wait, no, that's barely enough to do it. Oh, no.
Good, now it's time to back away from this thing. And man, he'll say, "You certainly are bad luck. I don't know if you're a Queen of Storms or not, but ouch."
All right, and
And he's gone.
that takes us back to the top of the round, and we'll get. Let's see. What was the last thing I needed? And then I want to get like a couple of, and then we'll cut back over to Xander and Twinkle on the Spitfire, as you guys are in the Spitfire. Really is like, so do we have a destination? We got somewhere we're headed towards now, because that always helps.
Fuck. Well, we don't have enough to go on our end. Xander, you know where we need to be going? This is out of character. Does Xander know where we need to head next?
There's coordinates that well, we got one part down there. I got one part while I was down there, and I don't know. Other
So you got one
lines?
fragment of a code, and you got a fragment of coordinates.
Yeah.
So
Does 1
I
plus
got
1 equal
code.
2? Does 1 plus 1 equal 2, or...
well, the code and the
They're two
coordinates
different
are two different things. The code is what you need to access the Valatesh. The coordinates are where to go to find the next piece of the code.
Chris,
I mean,
what
all I
am
got is
missing?
part of a code. I have
Yeah.
part of a code, and I have no idea where we're supposed to go next to get the other part of the code.
Yeah.
Maybe we should have looked around in the temple before we ran off, but I didn't get nothing.
Yeah, it didn't look
Coordinates
like
or
that was gonna
something?
be a possibility. We already looked, but no. So we don't have coordinates that we can't use. So
Right. So it really is. And by
Well,
the
that's-
way, I kind of
that's-
want to have.
go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead. What were you saying?
I was gonna say, what am I missing, Chris?
I'm sorry, I was still looking up stuff for basic.
Oh,
I apologize.
no worries. Well,
So if I cross-reference the coordinates, can I understand what they are with my new knowledge? Maybe, I don't know.
No, but either you or Twinkle can look at the information you do have and give me a culture check.
Culture. Come here, Twinkle. Wow.
All right. And Xander, go ahead and roll your expert too. So that puts you both. That puts you both at 27. So, looking at it from, as you guys are kind of looking at the breaking down your information and whatnot, there's a couple of things that happen. One, you, Xander, have come to the realization that if there's going to be anybody that knows anything about this, that you're going to, that a good place to start might be to go back to Marixa Prime, because obviously whoever was whoever was the blew up the library knew something. They knew at least that there was information there that they wanted to cover up. It also kind of occurs to you that the disciples of dissolution, if you could find them, probably know quite a bit and may have information you don't. Um, Although that could be dangerous. Additionally, um, Twinkle, as you are kind of like cross-referencing the material, your index pops again, pops out of display again, but this time it doesn't. It seems non sequitur, except there's something that also seems very intuitive about it. Because as soon as you start like looking into it and start thinking about like who might know, what's my next step? What would I, where can I find more information? You immediately, the index sort of like opens up and gives a holographic display of the symbol of the Heraldus Guild again, and it says, the Heraldus Guild. Adventurers known for charting the mysteries of time and space. Also see xenoarchaeology, see xenosociology, cultural studies, historical studies. The Like it cross-references that a whole bunch of things that the Heraldus game guild does, and from what you're kind of getting out of this is the Heraldus Guild apparently has been tracking these sorts of mysteries throughout time and still do so. And the way it's kind of described, it's kind of like those adventure clubs that go out looking for the most exotic shit they can find and solving the most exotic puzzles and riddles and finding out historical facts that no one else knows or would know. And you remember, like, as soon as it starts popping that off, you remember the symbol of the Heraldus Guild being on a pin that Arturo Aramal III was wearing the last time you saw him in Marixa.
Chasing him down again, huh? Xander, got any ideas?
Wondering if that one book someone handed me might have more information in it. What was the name of that book?
Order of definition.
Yeah.
Really pretty much the order of definition, mostly all you get out of it is that the code is the code of definition. The order of definition is a group that is devoted to protecting the code and protecting the code and its secrets from unsavory organization powers, whether they're directly linked to the loyalty line, or whether they're an offshoot, or whether they're simply a group of people who discovered this stuff and formed a secret society to deal with it. It's it's kind of hard to tell. The way that it does speak about like the people of the code of definition, it speaks to them as like from third person and from afar. Like there's no direct like interviews or accounts of direct interviews with them. It's all observational from somebody who is studying this organization and doesn't know all their inside secrets or members or what have you.
So my brain is thinking we need to find another person that has to do with the loyalty line to see if they know more, because they're the defenders. I'm the keeper. I might need to get in touch with someone that's along the loyalty line to see if we can converse with somebody with that. And that's what I'm going to say to Twinkle, is that I need to meet somebody that has been on the loyalty line, the Android loyalty line. If you know of anybody,
So, out of character, were we not told to be careful of the loyalty line except for one, correct?
You have you've been told that the loyalty line, that there's some issue with the loyalty line.
That's right.
That, like, you, as Xander, from your like visions, you can interpret that you saw a number of loyalty lines that marching all together across a bridge. But you don't know what that means. You don't know when that happened, where it happened, or what the context was.
Well, I'm thinking along the lines they're the defender of it, so they have to be good aligned. That maybe they were soldiers on a good side, from my viewpoint. I don't know all that other stuff type thing, so I'm thinking they're the defenders, so they would be good. I don't know all that other context that they might be evil.
Yeah, I mean, there is a, well, Agent Tourmaline did say that when the memories are awakened, some loyalty members will, the memories won't change the programming of some of the loyalty androids, whatever that means.
So we go subtle about it. I still think I need to find one, see if we can bring them over to our side type thing, and see what their programming is.
Well, either way, it sounds like... did Arturo sound like he was planning on sticking around Marixa?
That was a much harder thing to figure out. He did wish you luck, and there is still that odd comment that pops into your head that he said something about a they in reference to, they didn't think you had that you had the potential or something of that nature. But he never explained who they were.
Oh, I bet you I have an idea.
So there's a lot of things that, because there was that moment where you're like, wait a minute. So I remember you being like, wait a minute, Arturo's not telling me everything. He wasn't.
No. So, I'm trying to think here. Either way, let's see. We'll probably need to drop Gridge and his people off at Marixa anyways. I don't need much, Jester. Just shake, a nod. Going back to Marixa, nothing.
Yep.
No.
You
Okay.
go back to you want to go back to Marixa? Go ahead and give me a piloting check for Rulia.
We don't have many other solid leads at this point, so I guess it is back to Marixa. All right, Rulia. Come here. Pilot it. Wow.
All right.
First an 8, then a 9. She's on fire tonight.
Telling you. One of those characters that's built well, but nobody can seem to roll well for.
She's trying to break the ship and put more of those little scratches and stuff you want in the ship.
No, I only said per new port.
Yeah, it only takes 3 days though.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't take very long to get there. But yeah, we get your the Tempest flying in and flying into the Drift, and then come to go to the Marixa Republic. It takes 3 days, and then you're able to get there. Oof. See,
Wow.
I know, right? I'm telling you, man. Whew.
The one problem
About that
is,
time
I
is-
know we're going to run into who exactly I don't want to see.
um, and we'll get a last scene with with Zai and Ryan. So you guys are kind of like you guys are kind of down in the level you're looking for this thing, and you get a call from like you get Dr. Talent on the line. He's on your comms. He's like, I have managed to turn on the dimensional anchoring protocols. The protein won't be able to teleport in more of its kind. He's like, however, there is good news and bad news. With the anchor in, you won't have to face more of them than the down there. The bad news is it has destroyed a few of the cameras. I do have some eyes on it. I can track some of its movements at the moment, but getting some of these systems back up and running would take an engineering team being physically present, which we can't do until it's cleared out. He's like, he sends you like a picture of schematics. He's like, the last place it was on camera was in subsection C33. There's a number of cameras that are out there. There are a few that are still active, but it hasn't run in front of one very recently.
Dr. Talent, I'm turning on my Bluetooth find, and you should be able to find my berries. Active. And I'm going to send them ahead.
He's like, excellent. He says this will be quite helpful. Maybe we get like the picture, and maybe like we get the picture of like you sending the codes or whatever,
Right.
and Dr. Talent being, it's so much easier when you already have mobile cameras down there, and he's got them. Maybe the last thing we get is them flying off down into the different like going down the hallway and then splitting off down a few different hallways, looking as he's kind of like keeping an eye on, like looking for the protein. Would anybody like to give me a mysticism or life science check to see if you can come up with a little bit more about this thing?
All yours, Cap.
Oh, hey, bro. Alright. Mysticism?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, this thing, Durgaster, you've heard of it before. They're pretty powerful creatures. They come from the drift. What Dr. Talent is doing with a creature from the drift, you can only goddamn well imagine. Especially,
I know what I do with a creature from the drift.
Yeah, as freaking as crazy as he is in something else, as crazy as everything yeah, he might be doing any number of experiments, but among its high order abilities, you do remember one thing. Among its high order abilities is disintegrate.
Oh yeah. Oh. We should have took some of his soldiers to get this. Okay. We definitely want to tell everyone.
We risk this is a mission in which we risk disintegration.
The mirror's working thing. Can we bounce it back?
Yeah, no, it doesn't work like that.
Okay, that's fine.
And our last scene.
Do you want some perception checks on that?
Yeah, maybe give me a couple perception checks here.
Me too.
Sure.
Good at it. Yeah, Hapus knows him.
And him. So
Ryan knows some shit.
Ryan and Hafis, between the two of them, have you kind of figure out the pattern of destruction here. It doesn't take you long to find where the lab that it broke out of, and there are a lot of really fucked up people here who are just dead. There is another protean here, but it appears to be dead as well. There is the signs of there's the signs of a struggle. There is security, there are security turrets that have been ripped out of the wall, thrown to the ground. The scientists themselves were armed, but it doesn't look like it did them. I mean, they got one, they got one, and that was it. You know, but whatever. After they went down, the protean that is loose must have taken exception to the death of its partner because it stomped all over the weapons and the
Okay.
weapons they used.
I was gonna say, are any of the weapons better for us?
We'll revisit that question next session.
Roger that.
And our last scene of the night would be with Vesa and Nurx. So as you're kind of flying up to Akaton, having gotten there, a lot quicker than expected, Nurx is like, yes, Akaton. It still looks like a big ball of shit even in this timeline.
Well, at least it's still here.
Yeah, she's like, well, I hope that she's like, maybe we should try having somebody do a few scans, see if they can find any traces of that ship that our kidnapper left on.
Ooh, you're so smart. I agree with you. Yes. Yes.
Should probably check your credentials too.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a couple computers checks there.
Who's my computer person? Goddamn, it's a Shira.
You're fucked.
Well, you have plenty of other NPCs who have a number of skills at their ability that might be able to help
Having
out.
computers that-
Bitch didn't even call in. She just didn't show up for work
You
today.
just didn't fucking show up.
So,
Damn it. All right. Let me have a peek
The
here
longest-
at who else has computer skills.
the longest no call, no show ever.
Ever. God, she's still gonna have a job because she's, friends with the boss and shit. You know what? Vector could do pretty well there.
He could.
So, yeah, let's have
Yeah.
Vector do some rolls.
Give me a roll for Vector.
Okay. Oh, 41.
This is sensors.
Yes.
All right. He's like, Vector probably comes back. Captain, I have found the ship that had the ship we were looking for. Unfortunately, it appears there is no one on board. Security measures appear to be armed and active.
Okay. Well, we could have a quick flyabout and see if we find them, but, put a pin in this location and we'll make sure to come back to it. Can we leave something to keep an eye on that? Like in orbit or whatever? I don't know.
Well, considering the stellar flare cannot go into Atmo and land.
Right.
Yeah, your stellar flare would probably still be in orbit.
Okay, so we'll take the Spitfire.
Yeah.
I'll leave Scramjet on the stellar flare. I'm gonna get on the Spitfire.
Scramjet, you have the bridge.
Yeah, you have the bridge. I'm gonna take Nurx
Yeah, she's going regardless. She
yeah,
didn't
yeah.
even wait for an invitation. She
Right,
immediately,
right.
she's
As
already
she
headed
should.
for the Spitfire. She's already
Yep.
headed for the Spitfire, like fucking on
Let's
down the
fucking
hallway.
go. Yeah. I want to take.
He'll take Ashni.
Yes, I'm gonna take Ashni. I'm gonna take Qualu, and I'm gonna take Grusi and Grugus and Ducey. I'm just gonna start calling them Grusi. Both of you. It's your name now. Come on. Like I don't care which one. I'm just kidding. I know which one.
Yeah, if I want you both, you're Grusi.
You're
Grusi,
Grusi.
come on.
Let's go. It saves me a whole bunch of time after I've had to explain it the first time, of course. Yeah, so Ducey and Grugus, Ashni, Qualu, Nurks, Vector.
That's 6.
3, 4, 5, 6. That's 6.
That's the capability you have right now.
All right, that's fine. So I'm good. Yeah, we're gonna go for a ride and look around. And we're gonna be loaded up with our weapons and everything because fuck this fucking hellhole of a fucking universe.
Where
I
everything
would
is
suggest that you bring grenades.
We have some, yes. We will all have grenades, and I've already got some in my inventory. And before we get off the ship, before we land, I am officially Zai. I have glamour armor on, and I've got my voice modulator on. I've got pumps in my shoes. I'm Zai now.
You take
I
20
am the
on
captain now.
disguise,
I am the
Yes.
captain now.
taking
You're
20
20
on
on
your
disguise.
disguise, everything.
Yes, yes.
Right. Yeah, Qualu probably looks approvingly, just like, good, we don't want to draw unnecessary attention.
Right? Right.
Yeah.
Hi, in the universe where Kasathans are rare, let's go ahead and make a new Kasathans.
Well, you're the only
No,
one.
I
that
love the idea.
Nobody
I love
knows.
Well,
Better
when
a
you're,
Kasathan than the fucking Queen of Venom.
You're
yeah,
right.
that's gonna, yeah, that could be all bad, Nix.
And, ooh, wait. I feel like I need to take one of the unfulfilled. I do. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So, Vector. Ooh, it's such a tough choice. Yeah, okay. Vector's gonna stay on the Stellar Flare.
Okay.
I'm gonna take one of the unfulfilled with me.
Okay. Alright, yeah. So maybe we get the scene of like Vesa gathering her team as our final scene. It's just like, and you're going, and you're going, and you're going. You know? And that's kind of what we start. We end with is like maybe like the cargo bay door to the Spitfire open. Vesa hustling people in, and then Nurk's just sort of impatient over the comms, like, we're about ready. Can we just get on with this? Never met more unprepared fucking people. It's just like,
Damn, Nurks, jeez. Calm down, we're coming.
yeah, she is not patient right now.
I get it.
Yeah,
I mean, I feel her energy, and I'm giving it back. But
Yeah.
also, like, we need to make sure we're good before we step off our fucking safe space.
oh yeah.
So let's
Yeah.
fucking go.
All right, and maybe that's our last scene for the night. And everybody, go ahead and send me your Player's Choice Awards, and we'll go ahead and get sign-off started. And we'll start with Xander.
Sorry, I'm typing. I can't multitask. I have issues.
Multi-pass.
Loyalty path.
Something like that. Okay. I'm Scott. I played Xander, and that was cool. I got data dumped of cool things in my head from a chip. That's kind of cool. Now we got to figure out what to do with the information and where to go next to find the information to get the passcode. Yay! Okay. What else am I in? Oh yeah, Wednesday we got instruments where I play knight. Hey, we're almost done with the dumb train thing because I've been tired of being on this train and underground. And it's just weird.
I've been
I don't
having a
know
great
what-
time.
Yeah. And then I can't think 'cause my brain's broke. Thursday, we got the new whatever Amsterdam. Why do I want to say Amsterdam? It's not right. I don't know. Thursday, I play Spat thing where I'm the doctor and
it's
I
New
make everybody
Amsterdam.
feel better. Is that right? I
Yeah.
don't know why I thought it was wrong. I don't know. Well, I'm the healer of the group in that party, so yay! Oh yeah, Cosmos moved to a different day, and my brain thinks Friday, so we'll go with that. So where I play Anduin, he's in a weird dream thing, and he's like, "Forget this. We have to fight these anomalies," and he just hit him around with his axe because it was fun. And what else? I think that's all. I don't know what's going on with everything else, so we'll just stick with all that, and that's everything. I think. Maybe I don't know.
All right. I still need votes from Oliver and Xander.
Oliver had to leave for work, sir.
Oh, that's right, Oliver. That's right. All right. That's. Then let's go to. I still need Xander's. Then let's. Our next is going to be next up. Let's do Ryan. Brian.
Yeah.
Brian.
I'm Brian. I played Ryan. Go figures. I named the character after my own kid. Anyway, yeah. So I'm gonna get ready for a fight here. It's gonna be fun. Don't like the idea of disintegration, but you know, yeah. Anyway, yes. Really, that's about it right now. I had to drop my Tuesday and Thursday games because of life and personal reasons, and I'm not quite sure about Cosmos yet, but I'll get back to you probably the next day or so. Sorry. Because it's Fridays now you're playing?
Unfortunately, yes.
Okay, yeah, give me a day or two and I'll let you know. I gotta check with all my other games I play. But, yeah, that's it for now.
Gotcha.
All right. Then let's go to. Oops. Where was I? Oh, let's go back here. Then let's go to Lee.
I'm the Computer King, the supervillain of streaming, and I was getting my ass whipped by a propaganda spouting puddle of goo. So, on Wednesdays, though, I'm running from hench to mensch, where, yes, they've been on a train for a little while, but they'll be off of it soon enough. There's plenty of other problems that they need to handle. On every other Thursday, I'm in New Amsterdam as Devlin, who looks and sounds a lot like a young Forrest Whitaker, and kind of wears a suit and carries a sniper rifle and a sword, kind of like Ghost Dog, a Forrest Whitaker character. On Friday, I'm in Cosmos. On Fridays, I'm in Cosmos as any one of three different, very strange or interesting, depends on how you look at it, characters. And on Sundays, I'm in Yakshas as John Howler Zulu, who drives a big metal monkey. So other than that, you can find me whenever I'm streaming, which is totally at random currently, at The Computer King.
Excellent. Let's go on to Captain Twinkle.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Sarah Smith. Today you caught me playing Captain Twinkle, who, honestly, is a little distracted at the moment. They're like, hey, Captain, where are we going? Not here. Yeah, but where are we going to? Honestly, physically as far away possible as they could possibly get from warp, because I'd rather not deal with that right now. Not like I couldn't, but I'd rather not. So, yeah, you can also find me on, let's see, today's Monday, so Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Sunday as well. 5 days a week. It's a job. So, I think that's it for me.
Alrighty. Captain Vesa.
Hi. I'm Amy Gedden. Tonight I played Captain Vesa. She had a pretty good idea and it totally worked out. Maybe we'll see. We don't know yet. I'm just pleasantly surprised that we're in the right direction. Because that was crazy. Okay, so I'm also in Hinge Dimension on Wednesday nights. Super cool. You should check that out. And I don't know what else I'm in. Some other stuff, but I don't know when those other things are happening. So, moving on. I also stream every day, Monday through Friday, not on the weekends. 9 a.m. to like 11-ish Pacific time. And we do a chill art stream, and you should come hang out with me. Okay, that's me.
Alright. Captain's Eye.
Hi, tonight you heard me play the Commodore. I have a lot of fun doing this. Everyone's going crazy right now because the Jesters just fucked up our whole time stream. Realizes the shit that I have to go through because I don't control anything in my life. Other than that, I plan some other things when I have a chance, and I love all these people. My friends Purple Codex and my friend Amy Gedden sell t-shirts at tpublic.com, and right now they are 35% off. If you buy a t-shirt from one of them, they will make 50 cents a shirt, but that's still 50 cents, so you should buy 10. There's a second half to this commercial, and maybe someone will do it. If not, we'll move on to Purple Codex.
I got nothing.
Ooh, Amy,
What?
Amy,
Just
do your character from Hinch to Minch.
Oh my god.
Oh god. Alright, I wasn't in her mindset, but I'm here. Okay. Hi, my name's Flex, and you should totally check out Purple Codex's stuff. It's super neat. Amy Gedden has some pretty cool shit too. It's whatever. I would totally steal it, however, it's on the internet. I don't know where the warehouses are. But if I did, I would have taken all that shit a long fucking time ago. Because it's super fucking cute, and I don't have any ethics, and neither do they. But it's
probably
super
made
fucking
of stolen kidneys.
Epic. Totally. Well, listen, the kidney thing, we gotta talk about that later. I mean, I'm sure it's fine. You're fine. Just let me have one kidney. One kidney so I can buy Purple Codex's shit and also Amy Gedden shit, because it's so fucking good. Like,
Oh, don't forget
I
about
am
it.
insulted that you would
Oh.
say that my kidney is only worth one of each, but okay.
oh, I'll buy the whole store. Why not? Also, Amy's got this super pimp little store on Etsy where she makes decals. They're super cute, handmade, and not hand-delivered. I was gonna say that, but they're not. Like, from my P.O. Box to your P.O. Box. And that is Nerd Art by Amy, spelled A-M-I-E. And I'd steal that too, but I already technically own it. And that's it.
Tonight's episode was also brought to you by Boards, Booze, and Bitches. It's food with Dine Over. And also, new at Naughty Nina's Emporium, avocado jelly. You should check it out. When you want it, then we got it. Come on down to Naughty Nina's.
Ding!
And on to Purple Codex,
Ding.
who's gagging in the background.
Oh my god, this fucking cat is eating my arm. Stop it.
She appears to be eating all of you. There's bits
ow,
on
ow, ow,
everywhere.
ow.
Aww. Yes, that's a
Dude!
little killer right there. Yes, it is. A little murderer.
This is when I call you Lilith.
Hmm.
Don't bite my finger because I called you Lilith.
So,
Okay, anyway, I'm Purple Codex. I am very much I have the most fun in the battles. I don't know why. That's my favorite time. Is the battles. I love it. Even though I sucked at that first round. Ow, stop it.
Yeah, just
You're
keep
right.
saying that you're the Queen of Storms, and you'll have
Right,
lots
that-
of battles.
Listen, mistakes were made. Ow, that was my cheek, you twat! She bit my fucking cheek.
It's a little murderer. I told you.
Fucking hell. cool.
the cat interested in playing a supervillain on Wednesday nights?
No shit.
Well, I'm just amazed with as much as this cat is just biting you that you're still holding it. I would have put it down and been like, okay, I get the picture. Down.
Right. She doesn't get that.
Yeah. Neck, jugular.
Yeah.
Go for the jugular, little kitty. Go for the
You
jugular.
almost did.
Take the juggler out. That's a good kitty.
Let's not do it on Twitch.
It's not.
I'm loving the battle. I get so excited because we don't get to do that enough. We do not get to stop it. We do not get to do that. Stop it. Enough.
I agree with your cat. You
Go
stop.
away. God damn it. Oh, she's coming back. What? Oh no! Ow! Why?
But I like biting you.
Don't climb my leg. I have short
Fierce.
on. Stop it. Okay, anyway. But also I'm secretly, super secretly, just trying to figure out how to get the queen's powers.
Yes. Yes.
We must figure this out.
You technically are already her. All you have to do is just show up and fit the part.
Yeah, but when they want proof, I got no powers of hers. I don't know what she can do.
The Queen of Storms
She
shoots
could
lightning.
do. Well,
just
obviously.
done that.
Yeah,
You
okay.
did it. You're great.
Arcing surge all day
You
long.
got
Got it. Yeah. Okay, good. The cat's gone. Jesus. Fuck, I have so many. She draws blood.
Yeah, that's your bad.
It's what cats do.
I need to declaw her.
No.
You should bleed for that.
If I am fucking bleeding.
I know. The cat's
You can
getting
get them
vengeance
capped
while it can.
nowadays. They still keep the claws. They're just capped.
Yeah. I don't think I
And you
could
can get them in
actually-
pretty colors, like you just gave your cat a mani-pedi.
Aw, she's gonna hate them.
Yes, cats hate them, but it also doesn't hurt you.
The alternative is I take them off. It's like removing the first up to the first knuckle of your hand. You don't
Yes.
want that now, do you?
It's borderline cruelty.
Yeah, I don't think I could actually do that. Anyway, I did stream some Ark. Today I joined the, well, I mean, I was already in the Dark Side server for Atlas, but, RP, no, not GTA RP, that was Twitch. But I joined a new, the DSRP Ark server. They just had another one with the new Genesis 2 map, and, I already have a partner in crime, and he's 6 hours ahead of me. So it's awkward. So I'm gonna try to stream that, and I'm gonna try to stream some more Apex, and I'm gonna try to stream the other games that I have started and never fucking finished, and we'll figure that out. But fucking hell, that hurts. Sorry. But that's it for me. I don't really have anything else.
Awesome. And I believe that brings it back around to me. So, with that said, something here over. You could dot the T's, carry the I's, subdivide by pi and Pythagoras,
Oh god.
add an Abe Lincoln.
Oh my god.
Add an able.
And give yourselves 5,000 experience points. Got it.
Okay.
And today's player's choice award goes to Vesa. Give yourself another 100.
Oh, thank you.
That's
How
a
much did you
900.
say?
900.
900.
Yep, so
That's 5,900,000 is what I've done here.
Yes.
I leveled up so much.
5,900.
Okay, thank you.
5 million.
Thank you.
I am a wizard.
Oh man, I am the Just the King Zerat, and you can catch me here on Monday nights for the Fire Shrike, my favorite Space Terror, Space Pirates, and everything else. Other shows that I was doing everything is jumbled with my schedule change. I'm finally starting to get some announcements ready for some of that as things have changed. Ballad of the Menagerie will be moving back to Sunday nights, so it will no longer be. It'll complete the bounce back and forth effect between Friday and Sunday, and now it will be on Sunday nights, 9 p.m. Central. I am working on gathering the cast back together, maybe adding some faces, some new faces, maybe trying to get it together. The Bitter Ends is on hiatus for the time being, but when it comes back, the new format, as we talked about last night, is likely going to be, it's not going to be just me running. Everybody will be, different GMs will take their turn at running their own apocalypses, their own bitter ends, whatever those may be, whatever kind of apocalypses they decide upon doing and what have you. But it'll be a while before that relaunches. We'll keep you posted and updated. And as I am able to do more and figure out when that can happen, I will continue making announcements. If you can't get enough of me here for the limited times I am here, I have started doing a little bit of streaming in the morning. I did a little bit last week with some Sims. I'll probably bounce around and stream a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Maybe some Fallout 4, maybe some wrestling, maybe some more Sims. Who knows? You'll have to tune in and check it out and see what kind of silliness I'm doing. I can't give you definitive times, but it'd probably be, somewhere 10 a.m. Central Time when that tends to happen. So, if you're bored around that time, you might pop in, see if I'm doing anything. But with that said, I do believe that is all we have tonight. Join us again next week, and let's get an RIP Fern and get out of here. RIP
R.I.P.
R.I.P.
Fern.
Fern.